Welcome back to another edition of Inside Just Print It. I'm Emily Falk, your host. We are sitting here right now with Grace Titus, the editor-in-chief of Just Print It. Now, Grace, so I heard that the return of Just Print It was a big news for the whole school. How do you feel about it?
It's great because it's been gone forever and everyone missed it and just can't wait to see the next edition.
Were you very excited when Mr. DeFino told you it was back on track?
Of course. I usually write stories for it and I enjoy them, I guess.
What are you planning for the next edition?
I'm writing 2 stories, one about an assembly that we had and one about the return of the cicadas.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Well, see you back here in a couple. Editor-in-chief. Welcome back, everybody, and now that we've heard from the editor-in-chief, we're going to hear what a reporter has to say about the return of Just Print It, our school newspaper. So Donald, were you excited when you heard that Just Print It was back on track?
I really was. It's a great thing that we do here in Morrison. I was pretty happy that it was back. It's really fun.
Do you think Just Print It is a good experience for students to have?
It is because, if they ever want to go into the reporting air, they know what to do and how to do it. It's like a pre-job.
And what kind of stories do you think you're going to be writing about?
Well, I'm writing about the Relay for Life that we had by the ice rink and 6 months after Sandy.
All right. Do you think that this edition will be a great way to end the year?
It is going to be a great way to end the year because this is going to be like the last edition, and it's going to be fun for our 6th graders because it's going to be the last story we ever write.
All right. That concludes our segment. So, see you everybody to the second edition of Inside Just Print It. Today, we've got Miss Sullivan here to tell us about the 6th graders moving up ceremony. Now, Miss Sullivan, how do you feel about the 6th graders moving up?
I'm very excited about the 6th graders moving up. I think most of the 6th graders have worked extremely hard this year. They are ready for 7th grade. They're ready for the challenge, and I'm proud of them, and I'm looking forward, to hearing about their successes next year. So it's been a great year, and it's a great time of year.
Yep. And do you feel that they're very well prepared and ready for 7th?
Most of them are very well prepared. I think all of them have the tools. I'm hoping that they make good choices next year, and if they make those good choices, if they do their homework, they're going to do just fine.
I totally agree. What was your favorite memorable moment this year?
That's a really hard question, Emily. There have been a lot of good moments. I always love the lip sync, and I love the lip sync because I love to see those students that don't normally come out of their shell get up there and shine. I loved our trip to New York City.
That was extremely fun.
I think we'll have a lot of memorable moments next Thursday when we go to Six Flags. And I think for me, personally, my all-time favorite moment was with my own class when we dedicated the tree to Sapphire's brother, Dakota. And it was really touching because Sapphire's in my class. And we read a poem, and we blew bubbles. And my class, we've had a lot of loss this year. It's been a good year. We've all kind of come together and supported each other. So going out to that tree and having Sapphire with us was really memorable. I'll never forget it.
Thank you. And that was just Miss Sullivan talking about the 6th grade moving up ceremony. Next, we're here to talk about students and what they think. We'll be right back. back. Now I've got the students here to talk about the 6th grade moving up ceremony. So, Jacob, we'll start with you. How do you feel about moving up to 7th grade?
I'm kind of nervous, but I'm very happy that I've passed all my grades. But I'm nervous about going to 7th grade. The lockers, like, I forget a lot of things, so all those numbers are gonna like get tricky. But the ceremony, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, it's a good time for everybody, and get to see a lot of family and friends come to see me.
Okay, Julia, what are your feelings?
I'm also kind of nervous because of like just having more freedom, you know, like, and the lockers, like Jacob said, like remembering your combination. But I'm also really excited to have like a new experience and stuff.
David?
I'm pretty nervous because it's just odd, and it's like moving up to a different place, and like they said, I'm probably gonna forget my combination, so I'm gonna try to keep it really simple. And I just want to make like new friends and do really good in 7th grade.
Now, Jacob, do you think you're well prepared for 7th grade?
I think I'm well prepared, yeah. I think I'm ready for it. I think I'm mature enough and ready. I think I am.
Julia?
Yeah, I think that like it's just gonna be a new experience, and you're just gonna have to get used to it. But I think that I'm ready for it.
David?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be really fun, and the teachers have prepared us for 7th grade. They've really prepared us because like they've given us more freedom, and with more freedom comes more responsibility. So they've prepared us.
All right, now the hardest question, Jacob.
Ooh.
What's your favorite memorable moment?
Oh my God, I had a lot of good moments. I don't know. The city, going to the city, on the way home from the city, we had a lot of good memories on the bus. I mean, we had a grand old time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was very fun.
And Julia?
I would say that like just going on all the field trips and stuff this year, and probably the Mustang Bowl are probably some of my favorite memories of Morse.
David?
Yeah, I think going on the field trip is my biggest thing. Going to Ground Zero was pretty fun. And the Mustang Bowl was really fun, winning it for a 2nd year in a row.
All right, that cuts our segment right there, so see you back here in a couple. Welcome back, and now we are going to be changing the subject completely, but it's still sticking within the 6th grade area. We are going to be talking about the ancient Egyptian projects that the 6th grade completed. And so I've got 3 6th graders here to talk about them. So, Brianna, what was your topic for the Egyptian projects?
The Great Sphinx of Giza.
And Elise?
I did the clothing of ancient Egypt.
And Connor?
I did sports and games in ancient Egypt.
All right, now, Brianna, describe your project.
Well, I bought these styrofoam blocks, and then I just glued them to a poster board.
And made?
A sphinx.
Cool. Elise?
Okay, I made a dress of what an ancient Egyptian pharaoh would wear, and I think it turned out pretty good.
Connor?
I took a box, I put sandpaper in it to make it look like the desert. I made Egyptian toys out of clay, and I made a mud ball.
And so, were you excited to get the assignment from Miss Tucker?
Yes, because it gave me a lot of choices, and with the grades, it put my grades up.
Elise?
I think it was really exciting because it was a really fun project to make.
And Connor?
It was fun because it had to do with what we were learning, so it actually helped us understand what they did.
And did you think this project was really fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that concludes our segment for the ancient Egyptian projects, and we'll be back here in a couple. So now we're moving down to the lower grades here. We are with the 4th graders as they went to a field trip to the Ashokan Field Center. Now, Molly, did you think that you were excited when you found out you were going to the Shokan? And Christy?
Yes.
Dominic?
Not really.
Not really? Why not?
Because all of these years I've been going to like really exciting field trips, and I didn't really think this one was that exciting.
And Molly, did you think it was a really good experience to be going?
Yeah.
Christy?
Yeah.
Dominic?
Yes.
And what was your favorite memorable moment?
I liked it when we got to paint the mountains because I learned how to mix the paints and use different shades of the color.
I liked when we went in this one room and we wrote down this one poem, and the person had to try to guess what painting it was that we wrote. That we wrote the poem about.
I liked where we got to go in the rooms and we got to go upstairs and learn about the first kid who went upstairs, and there was like this little room, and then he called it his little space because he was the first person who found about it.
Very cool. It sounds like a very exciting trip, and I hope you guys had a really fun time, which you probably did, right? Okay. And we will be back here in a couple. Hello and welcome back. Now we're going up a grade into the 5th grade as they went to the Bronx Zoo in New York City. I hope they had a great time. Kaylee, so were you excited when you found out you were going to the Bronx Zoo?
Yeah.
Julia?
I was very excited because my cousin told me all about it, and it was pretty fun.
I was very excited because my dad told me that he has gone when he was a little boy, and he was going to see and like tell me what was different about it.
And Kaylee, did you think it was a really good experience to have?
Yeah.
I thought it was a good experience because we were kind of learning about it in science, and it's pretty cool.
I thought it was a great experience.
And now, hopefully, this isn't a hard question. What was your favorite memorable moment?
I liked hanging out with my friends and seeing cool animals.
Julia?
My favorite animal was a gorilla because there was one named Julia, and also I was sticking out my tongue at one, and it stuck its tongue out right back at me. It was pretty cool.
That sounds hilarious.
My favorite part was probably the polar bears.
All right. That concludes that segment, and it seems they had a fun time, and we'll be back here in a couple. Welcome back to Inside Just Print It. I'm Emily Falk, your host. Now we're going back up a grade to the 6th grade once again to talk about their 2 field trips. One's upcoming and the other already happened in May. So Eva, about a trip to New York City, and as you probably all know, we went to the Museum of Natural History and the 9/11 Memorial. So which do you think was the best part? The museum or the 9/11 Memorial?
I like the museum or the planetarium. Planetarium was really cool.
In Sapphire?
I like the planetarium too.
All right. So what was your favorite memorable moment in either?
Probably just walk around the museum with my friends and see the exhibits. I like the
Hard decision, eh?
yeah. Well, I went to this part of the museum where you got to smush a penny. I think that was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was very fun. So about the Great Escape trip that we will be taking in June on the 13th. So what do you think you might want to do first?
I want to go on the Sasquatch first. I want to go on the Screaming Demon.
And do you think this trip will be fun?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
And will it be a great experience to have?
Yeah. Definitely.
And one more question. Do you think this is a great way to end the 6th grade year
Yeah,
of your elementary years?
it definitely is.
Yes.
All right, that concludes our show for today. Have a great day.